What's going on, guys? Everybody see me? Everybody see me? I'm back. That's right, man. Welcome back. What's going on,
guys?
Can you hear me?
Everybody see me? Everybody see me?
Oh, wait a second. I'm way off. Way off here. Can't hear nothing. Can you guys hear me? Whoa. I got to figure this out here. Wait a second, guys. Just wait a second, okay? I feel like everything is. Everything's slow back here, though. Everything, the camera's kind of off, guys. Okay. You can hear me? Okay, Steve-O, what's going on, man? Brandon, CR7. Yeah, it's literally echoing. It's echoing from my side, though. It's echoing. This is echoing. I don't know why this is doing this. What's going on, Joseph Murdoch, West Branch Ball? What's up? Brandon, CR7, Steve-O. How's everybody doing? I don't know why it's echoing back to me. Yeah, right now. Weird. What's up, Grid? How you doing, buddy? Hi, baby. Hi, Michelle Lauren. You can hear me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the echo, but we got a new computer. We're trying to figure stuff out here, man. Trying to figure stuff out. We got a green screen back here. I didn't have enough lighting, so we're working on that as well. Got some images. It just didn't work out that way well. So we'll get to that another day. But how's everybody doing though in the chat, man? Only a few of us in the chat. 9. That's fine. You guys don't hear the echo? You guys don't hear me talk and then hear an echo? It's just coming from my end then. Okay. Weird though. This is silly, man. It's really bugging me. It's like a 5-6 second delay. I talk, a couple of seconds later, it starts flying to my thing. Check audio settings. All right, Grid. Geez. Everything was fine at the beginning. Figure this out, man. So annoying. What's going on, One Pride Nation? What's on, brother? Yeah, I got a new setup, man. I'm trying to new computer, green screen. That's not really going up just yet because I got some lighting issues going on, but it's going to be different. Things are going to look different. Things look better. I'll have to check out this. I'll have to check out this audio stuff. It's okay. I'll have to check out this audio. What's up, Grid? Thanks, buddy. It's just my end. Yeah, I'll have to check it out later, man. It's literally echoing back. It's kind of making me feel discombobulated, man. Hey, it's nothing I ever. Hey, it's something that it's nothing new. Me feel a little discombobulated every now and then. But Joseph Murdoch. So okay, what's going on, my man? So what's your take on all the Lion stuff? I'm not sold on a quarterback at 7. They have Tommy. We can have a gem. Then a running back and build the D. You know what, man? I'm not. I'm not too sold on that Tamu guy, bro. I'd rather I'd rather they go for a quarter. I like Trey Lance at 7, bro. I like Trey Lance at 7. That's my guy. I keep seeing a Justin Fields at 7. I'm not. I'll tell you right now, I'm not as down on those OSU quarterbacks like a lot of people are. Like I know a lot of them don't succeed, bro. But you know what I mean. Fields could be a different guy. You know what I mean. He could be a different guy. He seems like a different kid. He doesn't seem like he's full of himself. Um, but he's not my first choice at quarterback. I tell you that, man. I'd rather have a guy like a Trey Lance. We're not going to get Trevor Lawrence, so let's forget about that. I'm okay with Zach Wilson. Little bit of a soft schedule. So did Trey Lance too, though. I just like Trey Lance's upside a little bit better, bro. Um, and but adding another running back, man. Yeah, sure, but that's not a priority. You know what I mean, bro? That's not a priority, man. We got to build that defense, like you say, though. I agree. I agree there. But everything else, man. Quarterbacks getting picked at 7, whether we like it or not, man. It's happening. The Lions are in talks to send Stafford to the Bears per Albert Beer. I never read that, bro. I don't know if you're trolling or what, man. But I saw on the Pat McAfee show that Stafford came out with his top 5 destination, and the Bears were number 4. I don't know how true that was, but it was from a guy named Dan Cilio, I believe it was, guy on Twitter. I follow him. He's a football guy, sports guy. But they're not. If they're sending him to the Bears, let's just say they do, which I don't think they are. But it's 3 number ones, and it's 3 number ones and a bunch of number 2s, because I don't think Stafford's worth that much. But you're not dealing him within the division. Brandon CR said, "What's up, buddy?" Stafford to the Niners for pick 12 and a second in 2022. Deal or no deal? Pick 12 and a second 2000. You know what? That's not that bad. That number 12 is nice, man. You'd have 7 and then 12. That's insane, I think. You have, man, that's not bad. I wouldn't mind another pick in there though, bro. Honestly, even though that number 12 is real high. But I could almost live with that. I could almost live with a pick like that. What's up, Jay White? Who are you? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the chat, man. Thank you very much. Detroit, we here. My mom's from Windsor, and I have family in Hamilton, in Toronto. Hashtag One Pride. That's awesome, brother. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Windsor's a good town, man. Kind of boring, but it's all right, though. How about them Pistons instead? They suck. Bro, come on. Beat the Lakers, though. Beat the Lakers the other day. I haven't really been keeping in touch with the Pistons, though, bro. To tell you the truth, I saw that. Who's the one kid we drafted in the second round? Oh man, I know he's been shooting the lights out. Is Hayes out? Last time this is how much I don't pay attention to the Pistons, bro. This was a while ago, and I know Killian Hayes was hurt, and they said that he was going to be out for the year. Is he out? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What else is new? Not much is new. MJ, how's it going? Just working. Back to days on Monday. Waiting for this Lions talk. Ronaldo just sitting there not making much moves for the Tigers. Yeah, well, what are you going to do, man? The Tigers aren't going to go out and spend a bunch of money just yet. I think they'll be spending some money tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think they'll be spending some money next year, bro. That's that's what they're going to do. That's my opinion. They're still not ready. They're still a couple years away. Plus, you got to want to come here too. You know what I mean? There, there could be players saying, "Don't even bother. I don't want to talk to you." So, oh, I'm addressing it, buddy. I'm addressing it, man. I want to know. Go on. So you scout the name on the back of the jersey, not the front of it. Yeah. The Lions better fleece the Bears if he goes there. Well, that's what I said, man. It starts with 3 number ones, and it's not going to happen. Do I think he's worth 3 number ones? Hell no. But 3 number ones and more picks after. Yeah, you know what I mean. Throw Khalil Mack in there too, because you know what I mean. It's not going to happen. I'm not giving you Matthew Stafford. Be a break. Albert Breer. I never see anything like that. Trading away what they get for Stafford to move up to take a quarterback bugs me. Why? I don't get it. Bro, 5 picks. 5 picks in the draft, my man. That's why this is happening. And he wanted out, dude. Everyone's gonna get that straight, man. He wanted out. That's it. He went up to management and said, I want to leave. 12 years, man. Listen, I'm the biggest Matt Stafford guy going. A lot of people know this, man. I'm the biggest Stafford guy going. But it's time. It's time to go. Like it's time to go, man. You've been here this long. Hey, and Dan Campbell said it, I think he either said it today or yesterday. He's not here. When he talked to Matt Stafford, he wasn't here to recruit him and say, no, stay. He asked him like a man, what do you want? Like, what's going on? What's going through your head? And Stafford told him straight up, I want out, man. No animosity, no bad feelings, none of that, no fighting, no negativity. Just, hey, I'd like to move on. Bro, we have 5 picks in the draft. It's time. And you save a ton of money. He hasn't won here. He's not going to win here with this defense. We have to let this new regime build. That's what we have to do. And if we don't, we're in trouble, man. You have to let him build. You have to let him build, man. And getting draft capital for Matt Stafford helps. Yeah. 5 picks. Terrible. Get another first-round pick and a couple 2s, or a first-round pick and a 2 and a 3, or a 3 and a 4, 3 and 2 4s, or just like something. 2 to 3 picks, man. That's what we got to get for him. Jorge, what's up, brother? Cheers, brother. Long time. Cheers, my man. If you have to predict where do you think Stafford goes and what will he get in return? My prediction, man. I got 2 teams, man. I got 2 teams and maybe a sleeper team. 2 teams. I think he's going to the Colts. I've been thinking Colts for a while. My buddy Rich Segan, man, he called Colts like a long time ago, which was pretty impressive. Which makes sense though. It makes sense because of Phillip Rivers. But I think we'll get in return. We're going to get that 21st overall, and then we might, since it's a low first round pick, like it's in the 20s. I think we could get a 3rd and maybe a 5th. You know what I mean? Might get a 3rd and a 5th in return. Maybe a 3rd and a 4th. You know what I mean? I don't think a 21st and a 3rd round pick is enough. Personally, I don't think it's enough, man. If it's maybe a 1st and a 2nd, sure. Okay, that's a lot better. You know what I mean? But I think he's going to Indy. And I think San Fran's a strong possibility. Another friend of mine just on Facebook sent something that the 49ers are denying that they're close to a deal. And he said something funny. He goes, when they say deny, that means it's close. And he could be right, man. San Francisco is definitely a hard play, man. They're definitely in the mix. And then the other team is Washington. The other team is the Washington football team. I think they're a quarterback away and a couple wide receivers. And that offense is real potent. If they get a Stafford and they get another wide receiver, look out, man. But I want that. But I want that first round pick. I want that first round pick and maybe a 2nd or a 3rd. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to maybe give up 2 more picks. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say Indy as my number 1 and San Fran as my number 2. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, brother. Moving back to Michigan in May, my return. Nice, bro. Cheer for your old man, buddy. Hell yeah. What's going on, Dad? How's Dad feeling? Hey, I mentioned the other day about Watson trying to get the ball rolling. Yeah, Watson coming to town though? Nah. bro, they would bend us over in a trade. We get bent over in a trade. And they're not going to swap. They're not going to swap Stafford for Watson. I love Stafford, bro, but he's not better than Deshaun Watson for one. Deshaun Watson's cap is humongous. It's nice this year. It's like really low, but starting in 2022, it's like 40 million plus, man. So he's not coming. He's not coming here. He would block the trade anyways. He wouldn't come. He wouldn't come here. He's already, I think he's got a no trade clause. He's going to lift it he's lifting it for certain teams though. Mark, this is we haven't talked about a new starting quarterback since 2008. I know, bro. This is it. Hey, this is what everybody wanted, right? This is what everybody wanted. And this is what we're getting now, man. Like, listen, I'm on board with it. It's been so long since we've had a real good quarterback. We've had one for 12 years. I don't care what anyone said. We've had a great quarterback. Had a great, okay? Very good to very good with great moments, okay? With some great moments, but with some blunders, man, with some breakdowns, with some mental breakdowns, getting hurt. Went 8 years straight without getting hurt, though. Iron Man. He's pretty much an Iron Man. He's gotten beat up. He's never had a running game. He's really never had a defense. Even when we supposedly had this running game that everybody talks about, we were still like 18th in the league. That's when Reggie Bush and Joyce Bell were running the show. We still weren't that good, honestly. And one great defense, one. And then when we made the playoffs 2011, 2017, those defenses were middle to bottom. They were. I think it was 2017. 2017, I want to say like 22 they were ranked. So that's bottom half, man. That's bottom half. So he hasn't had his help here. His help here, like everyone thinks they have. It's been nothing but a gong show for most of his career. It really has. It's time to go. It's time to go, bro. It's time to go. What do you think of the Finns coaching the Nationals all week and today, scouting purposes? At the Senior Bowl, that's good, man. It's always a bonus when you see coaches. It's always a bonus for that team when they get to coach that Senior Bowl. That's what you're talking about, right? The Nationals all week? I don't know what the Nationals. You talking about the Senior Bowl? I'm not sure what you're talking about, brother. I think it's the Senior Bowl you're talking about, but it's always a bonus for organizations. Only 5 picks. Move down or stay at 7 and fix the D. Well, if they get another a couple of draft picks, you could see Holmes moving a lot. I don't want him to trade up either. They should pick up Fitzgerald. He would carry the ship now until we pick up Fitzgerald. You mean Fitzpatrick? Fitzpatrick? I can see a Fitzpatrick coming. You might even see a Tyrod Taylor, man, come here, bro. I don't want to see Tyrod Taylor. I'd rather not see any of them, but if anybody, I wouldn't mind Fitz. Mark, Bob Quinn and Bob Jones was so bad that Stafford if people want out. Oh, yeah, man. Well, it's 12 years, bro. 12 years. It was time. It's time. Those 49ers, Denver, Washington, my Ford. Bro, you know what? Denver's a real good pick, bro. That was kind of another one of my dark horses. We can get that number 9. Oof. Get that number 9 and give me Deshaun Hamilton or something like that, man. Like a wide receiver. I'd take that, man. I'd take that number 9. I was saying I don't want the Lions to trade away what they get for Stafford so they move up. To move up. Okay. I don't care about Stafford. He was the past. I want to use picks, not trade him. Oh, I don't think I really don't think they're going to move up, Steve-O. I really don't think they're going to move up in the draft to get a quarterback. Sorry, man. I misunderstood you. I see them probably, if anything, I see them moving back. I see them moving back with anything they do. That's what I see. Or they just stay put and draft. Washington football team would be scary with Stafford, man. They'd be really scary. What was the biggest reason Stafford never won here? Was it GMs, coaches, ownership? What you think? They didn't surround him with enough talent. That's exactly what I think. I think a lot of it has to do with owners, the ownership. The ownership, it's just like, I don't know, man. There's a lot to it that goes there. Coaches, we've had some okay coaches. Patricia was a train wreck here, but Caldwell was a good coach. He just couldn't get over the hump. You know what I mean? He was actually a pretty good coach. Schwartz was an okay coach. He was, man. It's just, I don't know, man. They're drafting. So, like, their GMs and their ownership. That's the biggest problem for me, it's been. And their scouting department. Their scouting department, see, like, even when Millen came here, man, he was drafting dudes that weren't even. He wasn't even drafting guys like that were normal. Like he was drafting guys that were labeled in the 5th, 6th round and the 2nd round. Quinn did that a couple times too, though. Drafting Tavai. That was a huge reach. Like, who? Jelani Tavai. Who's that? You know what I mean? Like why are you drafting a linebacker out of Hawaii in the 2nd round that nobody even had tape on? ESPN didn't even have tape on this guy, man. How do you draft a guy like that? How do you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like how do you do that, man? Right then and there, it's like, that's disastrous. Like, I didn't even know what to do, man. I was reaching for my Homer card. I'm reaching for the Homer card going, oh, well, you know, he puts his hand in the dirt. He's got a little bit of explosion. I'm trying to talk myself into it being a good pick because I'm trying to pull my inner Homer out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It didn't work. It didn't work because ESPN didn't even have tape on this guy because he was like a day 4 pick. Whatever the hell he was. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. But if anything, man, GMs and ownership, man. That's exactly. Coaches, we've had a couple good coaches. We've had a couple train wrecks here. Marinelli was a train wreck. Patricia was a train wreck, obviously. But I think Caldwell and Schwartz were pretty good, man. I really do. And back in the day when it was Fonts and stuff like that, I thought Fonts was okay too, man. I really did. Cocaine Wayne, man. What's my thoughts on the staff? I'm excited. I'm excited for the front office moves, bro. And I'm like very excited, bro, about the coaches that they brought in. Brunel, Deuce Staley, Aubrey from LA. Who else did they bring in? They retained Hank Fraley. I'm really glad they retained him as a O-line coach. I'm a little bit upset that they kind of got rid of Rob Prince. I saw that they got rid of Rob Prince, the wide receiver coach. But there's no more. We don't have any of the wide receivers here anymore, so it's going to be a pretty fresh start there. But I liked Rob Prince. I actually did. He was in over his head when he was the head coach for that one game. But overall, man, I'm excited for the front office moves. I'm like you know what I mean. The front office moves like Dorsey. Bringing in Dorsey was really nice. Bringing in Ray Agnew from what's it called? The Patriots was really nice. Dorsey, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited by Dorsey. And I'm good with the Dan Campbell hire. It kind of came out of nowhere, but I'm excited about it because I think we need a kick in the junk, man. We need a kick in the junk. We need a little bit of an old school guy, man, to slap some dudes around. I think not having a rookie salary scale hurt the Lions from building a team while Stafford's on his first contract and Lions couldn't fix the salary cap. For sure, man. Like, you know, when you dump a lot of money into a couple players, man, with that salary cap the way it used to be, with those first picks, man, it was murderous. But you gotta pay Sue. And the thing about not paying Sue, they offered Sue pretty much the same type of money that he went to Miami. It's tax free in Florida, bro. It's tax free. You know what I mean? So he didn't want to be here from jump. And Ndamukong Suh. I loved Sue. I don't care what anybody says. I loved him. But they offered him a lot of money to stay here, bro. They did. I don't think he left for a lot of money to go to Miami. It's pretty much the same offer. It's just that it's just what's it called? Tax-free, man, up in Florida. So he never wanted to be here, man. Fitzpatrick. Hey, man, I like Fitz, man. I wouldn't mind him for a 1-year stopgap. Got to get that quarterback, though. Mark, we wouldn't be in this position right now if we would have drafted Herbert. We would be talking about which receiver we should take, or which 100% we would have. Yes, but he was on really nobody's radar, man. I didn't hear one Lions fan. And listen, bro, listen, I'm not saying nobody didn't like him, but I didn't hear one Lions fan say draft Justin Herbert. It was all Tua Tagovailoa, whatever the heck his name is, man. That's what it was. It was all Tua. It was never Herbert. I never heard anybody talk about him, bro. You know what I mean? There was issues with him coming out in college, man, about his accuracy, about his leadership, his love of the game, all that stuff. But, you know, is he being held back at Oregon? You know what I mean? He's got the talent, but does he like football? It was almost like a Josh Rosen thing, man. Remember when Rosen was coming out? Does he love football? You know, does he care? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his leadership skills? You know, he seems a little arrogant. You know what I mean? That's what I heard about Justin Herbert. I never heard one Lions fan say, we need to draft Justin Herbert. Okay? So we got to get that out. Clear that air, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we'd be talking defense. And the thing is, Herbert never would have even played this year. He would have played in one game. If it would have went down to Stafford getting hurt like he did, he would have played in one game. So we'd still be like going, is Herbert the guy? You know what I mean? We'd still be wondering, I wonder if Justin Herbert's the guy, because we wouldn't know. Shake my head. Hey, man. Mike was the only Lions fan that said he wanted the Lions. I don't remember him saying that, man. I really, really don't, man. But that was before I joined those guys' group. That was before I really got into watching YouTube a lot. And I know he's an Oregon. He's an Oregon Ducks fan. So he probably did call that, man. But I don't remember. I don't remember hearing that or seeing that, because I didn't know those guys back then. I wanted Isaiah Simmons anyways. You know what I mean? I wanted Isaiah. I wanted Chase Young. I was hoping he was going to slip past the Skins, past the Washington football team. But you never did. And I was like, okay, I want Isaiah Simmons. That's who I want. Passed up on him. They took Okudah. Okudah was like my third, fourth guy that I wanted. So I was like, all right. And we got a real good lockdown corner. Wow. He needs to improve. So he needs to improve. You can't call it a mistake if it never happened, bro. You can't say it was a mistake. You can't, because you can't say it was a mistake, because we wouldn't know what type of player he is still, because he wouldn't be starting over Stafford. He wouldn't be, unless Stafford went down like he did. He went absolutely down. Taking my hat off. He went down, and we would have saw Herbert in one game. So we can't say it's a mistake, bro. We can't, because we don't know. And we still wouldn't be winning football games, man. Whatever pick we get for Stafford, I say flip that first. We get for more picks. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. He could be dropping back, acquiring more picks, bro. I would not doubt it if he gets another high pick or even a low pick, that he tries to drop back to get more second day picks. I would not. They put it past Holmes, man. Fitzpatrick will retire, not moving north for anyone. If anything, he's part of Finn's coaching staff. Maybe. You never know. I think his goal is to play for every team in the NFL. I think they should pick a Fitzpatrick. He's a rebel with Phil and teaching you how to. I like Fitz, man. I'd be all right for a one stat for a stopgap. I wouldn't trade up either, bro. I wouldn't trade up either, man. I went to go reach for my hat there. I wouldn't trade up either. I'd trade back, if anything. I don't like anybody to trade up, man. There's no quarterback I'd trade up for. There's no quarterback I would trade. I think you can wait on Trey Lance. If he gets past Atlanta, Trey Lance, I think he falls right in our laps. But I kind of, that's the guy I would like. I don't know how they feel about Justin Fields. I don't even know yet. I don't know how they feel about Trey Lance or Fields. I don't know anything what they're feeling, obviously, right? But a quarterback's coming at 7, man. It's coming. Keep our capital. 100% agree, bro. Johnny Dundera. Woo! What's going on, buddy? How you doing, my man? One day we'll have beers, bro. One day. One day we'll have beers when the pandemic goes away. He needs to cut Devay. 100%, bro. He's gone. I think he's gone. I think Devay is gone. Move on, cut your losses. I agree, man. I think we save a little. I think we save a little bit of coin too by cutting them. Not a lot, but I think we save a bit of coin. My God, is this computer thing driving me nuts, though, man? You should hear it, man. I talk and then it literally comes right back at me 2 seconds. If I can't get enough of myself, man, I don't. You know what I mean? It's too much of myself. If San Fran gave us Kinlaw plus a second and third this year, I'd do it. Plus a second and a third. That sounds enticing, man. He's a young D lineman. I don't know, bro. I'm not sure, Greg. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining the chat, though, bro. That's what I'd have to think about, dude. He didn't really do that much this year, man. I know he had that one. I saw that one touchdown he had. Where I think he knocked the ball down out of the air, intercepted it. But he hasn't done much. He didn't do much. I don't know. What do I think will happen with Golladay? What's going on, Justin Steele? What's up, bro? Man, dude. Oh, this is one that I keep thinking they're going to franchise tag him. I keep thinking they're going to tag him. But from what I keep reading and keep hearing on the radio and all that stuff, though, and what I keep just the overall feel, I don't think they're gonna bring him back. They might try to tag him, trade him. I might see that, but if this is a full rebuild, okay, if this is a full-on rebuild, they're not going to bring him back. If it's a retool, I think it's the same. I think it's the same thing though. Rebuild, retool. Brad Holmes just doesn't like using the word retool for rebuild for some reason. He thinks it's some kind of swear word. But there's no real difference. You know what I mean? Rebuild, retool, whatever. It's just rebuilds a little bit, more of a tear down. But I have a feeling he's going to be Gonzo. I just got a feeling he's Gonzo. He's either Gonzo or they're tagging him. I'm really confused on it now, man, because he was just on Good Morning Football the other day, man, saying how much he loved Dan Campbell, and how he wants to match his energy. So that says to me that he's coming back, right? That says to me that he's coming back. But then you read something the next day that says Galladay's ready to move on. Like what? Like, I don't know. Is the kid bipolar? Like, I don't know what's going on, man. He says he loves the energy, then he says he's ready to move on. I don't know what's going on in this kid's head, man. So I'm confused. But I say tag him and try to trade him. There's my answer. Tag him and trade him. That's it, man. Or tag him and then you work on a deal for next year because that's when they have a lot of money. There's a report that came out today. They said they want to re-sign Romeo and Golladay. I never seen that one. I never seen that report either, bro. I'd rather they sign Romeo first. I don't think you let defensive ends like that walk. But if this is a full-on rebuild, man, expect nothing. Expect guys to be gone. Expect guys to be gone. That means they get draft capital. Like, expect a guy like Golladay to be gone, Romeo to be gone. Then you'll get draft capital for those guys. You know what I mean? You'll get third-round picks the following year because they'll sign huge contracts somewhere else. I want to be at least competitive in 2021. But I don't expect to win. I really don't. I don't, man. But the way these guys are thinking, man, and the way that it sounds like they want to be competitive, but they're trying to be realistic at the same time, man. So there might be some butthurt, delusional Lion fans that are going to freak out, man, when they hear no one's coming back. You know what I mean? I read that too, Jay White, man. I'd love to bring in Hines Ward, man. I loved him as a player. Don't know too much about him as a coach. I know he's been in the league as a coach. I just can't think of. I don't think he coached the Steelers. Did he? Oh, he played there, but I love the way he played back then, man. He was a precise route runner. I think he would really, really fix Cephas's game. And Cephas is kind of like he's meticulous in his route running, so I think it would really help him out. I like it, bro. I'd be cool with Hines Ward. Yeah, he might be next wide receiver coach. That's right. Did you see the Lions sign Dom Capers as a defensive assistant? He hasn't been part of some great defense. That's right, man. I was reading that earlier today, man. I see 70. I'm okay with that, man. They got a nice mixture of young coaches, and he's not, like you said, brother Steve O, he's a defensive assistant. There's a lot of Lions fans online tripping balls because this guy's coming into town. Like, oh my God, he's 70. How is he going to interact with the young guys? What do you mean? He's been doing it. He's been doing this for 30, 40 years, man. Maybe longer. Part of some good teams, part of some good defenses. Pittsburgh, like you say, Green Bay, Jacksonville. He's been successful in this league, man. And he's assistant. It's a guy that Aaron Glenn is our new defensive coordinator, which I thought was a really solid signing, by the way. Brand new D coordinator. You have a guy like a Dom Capers that you can pick their brains. I'm in. That's awesome, man. It's good. You know what I mean? It can only be positive. He's not coming in here and bringing in a 1960s defense. You know what I mean? He's going to have his say, and they're going to pick his brain, and I'm cool with that, man. Bob Quinn, if he actually scouted correctly, would see Herbert actually a good quarterback. Nobody's saying that he's not a good quarterback, bro. Nobody's saying that he wasn't a good quarterback. I'm not saying he wasn't good, but there was question marks coming out. You know what I mean? And if he was, like, you know what I mean? They weren't ready to move on from Stafford. Their jobs were on the line. Their jobs were on the line. They weren't going to draft a developmental quarterback. They weren't. They weren't going to do it, man. I think when you coaches that play this game help so much. I always respect instructions from someone that's been there and done that already. Same here, bro. That's always a good thing, man, to get respect. You have to respect your guys that have been there, done that, man. You know what I mean? I think Dom Capers, it's a nice little mixture. They got some young guys in there, all in their 40s, you know, early to mid 40s, maybe even early 50s. Then you bring in the old man. And the guy's got wisdom. He's got integrity. He knows about work ethic. You know what I mean? It's just, there's nothing wrong with a Dom Capers hire, man. I like it. Clearly, the Chargers saw that. Well, the Chargers were ready to move on, bro. The Chargers moved on. Why didn't he go? Why didn't Miami take him then? Why didn't Miami take him, bro? You know what I mean? Miami should have took him at 2. They didn't, though. You know what I mean? Or at 3, whatever, or 4. Was it 4? I forget where. 5? When did Herbert go? What did he go? 6? I don't remember when he went, man. 6, 8. Don't even remember, man. But Miami picked before him, right? The Chargers. So we weren't ready to move on without Stafford. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. We were not ready to move on from Stafford, man. That's why he didn't get picked. Yeah, if it would have been this year, maybe it would have been a different story, dude. Maybe it would have been a different story. We would have had Dan Campbell and those guys in last year. Maybe it would have been different. But those guys were fighting for their jobs, Quinn and Patricia, and they weren't about to fight for a guy. They weren't about to sit back and let their first-round picks sit in the sidelines for 15 games. Because that's exactly what Herbert would be doing if he was here. You know it, and I know it, dude. So nobody would be able to know if Justin Herbert was good if he would have been a Lion. That's what everyone's got to get that through their heads, man. Get it through your heads. Nobody would know how good he was until, like, this year. Because he would have played 1 game. He wouldn't have been starting over Stafford. And if anybody thinks he would have, you guys need a lobotomy. It's like, seriously, that's not the way it happens, man. That's not the way it happens. He would be sitting behind Stafford. And now he would have his opportunity. And then now we could probably see it. But then he'd be throwing the ball to Quentin Cephas. That's all we have. And TJ Hawkinson. And then DeAndre Swift on some little go routes, man. On some little flaps and some little flats. So we can't sit here and we can't cry about Justin Herbert anymore, man. You know what I mean? It just we wouldn't know about him it would be a total question mark, man. You'd be like, oh God, is he the guy? We don't know. Is he the guy? And then people would be panicking because we wouldn't have any weapons for him. I'd be one of the guys panicking. I'd be like, well, damn, we got no weapons for this kid. He's throwing the ball to one wide receiver, maybe Geronimo Allison, Quintus Cephas, TJ Hawkinson, and sometimes DeAndre Swift. We're in trouble. You know what I mean? This kid's going to be running all over the field, man, running for first downs. And we never would have known. So we have to get the Justin Herbert stuff out of our heads, man, because it was never going to happen. Two guys that were losing their jobs, man, we're not going to draft a quarterback to try to save their jobs unless they were going to trade Stafford. Unless they were trying to trade Stafford, boom, right away. That could have happened. Maybe that could have happened, but man, no, bro. No. We never would know what Herbert was until now. We wouldn't know. We'd be basing his performance, we'd be basing him off one game, which Stafford missed pretty much. He started all 16 games, but he missed a total of about one game. Yeah, basically, you know what I mean? He played when he got hurt against, was it Tennessee? He played 3 quarters. Daniel came in for 1, and then he got hurt. Then he got hurt against Tampa Bay. And Daniel and Blau played pretty much 4 quarters of football versus the Buccaneers. What's up, Jane Willis? What's up, man? Good time, long time, brother. Long time no see, man. I know it's been a while, man. I've had computer issues. Got a brand new computer. I'm still working on this thing. It's nuts. I got a green screen in the back that's not running right now because I need lighting. I don't have enough lighting. I had some cool images too that I was putting up back there. It's gonna look sweet, man. Things are gonna look better. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do my videos here too. So everything's good, guys. I'm doing a road trip, but I'm gonna listen. Thanks, brother. I do worry about a team trading up to 6 because they know we're taking a quarterback. That could happen. You could see like a Pittsburgh or who else is kind of late. If we don't deal with the Colts, we could see a Colts. There could be some teams, man. So they're going to have to kind of be on their toes. They're going to have to be on their toes, man. But I'm telling you right now, don't reach for a quarterback if you don't like him. If you don't like Trey Lance, if you don't like Justin Fields, you don't like Zach Wilson, if he falls that far, don't reach for him. I'd rather they get defense anyways, man, and roll with a Fitzpatrick all year and get your quarterback next year. That's who I'd rather get. That's who I'd rather do. I'd rather get defense, man. I still want defense over any quarterback. I do like Trey Lance, though. I do like him. I like him over everybody but Trevor Lawrence. He's my number 2, man. He's my number 2. I think his upside is tremendous. Texans have signed Robert Prince. I don't know why we got that. That's a good signing by them. Great signing. He literally got fired and hired right away. He's a great wide receiver coach, man. Well liked. They got rid of him because they're bringing in their own guys, bro. They're just bringing in their own guys. That's what they're doing. I'm surprised they kept Hank Fraley, the O-line coach. I'm really surprised they did that, man. But he was a very good coach too as well. So, and he was obviously really well liked by that O-line. I think O-line is a lot more important though to keep a continuity, to keep like a good tight-knit group. I think it's good to keep an O-line coach over a wide receiver coach. That's my personal preference, man. But Robert Prince, he'll be missed. But they'll bring in somebody. If they bring in a Hines Ward, I'm good with it. Yeah, my speakers might be loud, eh? I don't think it's that, bro. Do you hear the feedback, Steve-O? Do you hear it a bit? It's just on my end. That's what Grid told me. I'm going to have to figure this out somewhere. Oh, I'll figure it out one day. It's weird. I just feel like this is. I feel like this is not even working. It's all right though, guys. It's all right, man. We'll roll with this. This is what we're doing. The biggest problem is building the defense. We lost so many quality players over the last 3 years. Yeah, man. They got rid of some good guys, man. But I wasn't. I wasn't too worried about getting rid of Slay. I wasn't paying him that type of money. He flamed out in Philly. Played really well for 4 or 5 weeks, and then flamed right out. You know what I mean? Got hurt. Did exactly what I thought he would do, man. He would play well for a bit, then flame out. That's exactly what he's all about. Not the offense in the same boat. That's what Dan Campbell told Justin Roberts, so it's a pretty good source. I'm not sure. He told him what? What did he tell him? I want to see the Lions hire a coach that is good with the passing game, an assistant coach, quarterback coach. A guy like Capers on offense would be another great move. Lions coach with the passing game to be assistant coach. Well, the quarterback coach is Mark Brunell. And I think didn't they hire a passing assistant guy? Didn't they hire a passing coach, passing assistant or something, passing game guy? But they hired Mark Brunell as the quarterback coach. So I think that was a pretty decent hire. I said, thanks, brother. How's it going, Slav? How you doing, bud? I'm trying to get up there, buddy. I gotta get up there more. I gotta start taking care of some business over here, bro. I had some setbacks with my channel a little bit lately. My own doing, man. But I got a new computer, some new stuff, man. I might need your help, my man. I might need your help to tell me how this YouTube game goes. I said what Mark is saying. How Herbert would have been on the bench, but here Akuda was the same thing. I don't Patricia would expect more, but Akuda was pretty much. He was, man. He was dog crap. He was dog crap, man. They thought he was going to be really good right away, and he wasn't, man. They drafted him knowing that his groin was shredded, though, eh? Like mozzarella cheese, man. It was literally shredded. Quinn never should have drafted him. He shouldn't have drafted a guy that probably needed groin surgery during the year. You know what I mean? They never should have drafted him. You don't do that. That was a bad move by Quinn. It was a bad move by Quinn. I liked him. I didn't know his groin was that destroyed. They thought Akuda was going to be instant impact corner. Almost never do year one. I know. It was a rough go, bro. Mark, call your shot. Go on record publicly. Where is Stafford going? I said the Colts, bro. The Colts. That's my shot, dude. That's my shot, Dave. I think he's going to the Colts. I think it's going to be for late first, 21, and maybe a third and a fourth. I don't think a first and a third is going to quite be enough. I don't think a first is going to quite be enough, man. But I'm calling the Colts. I'm calling the Colts, man, because I don't think I don't know. It's the Colts or San Fran, but I'm going to say Indy. I'm going to stay with one team. I'm going to say the Colts. Super Bowl prediction? Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers. Well, I got $20 on the game, and I took Tom Brady. I took Tom Brady. It's what I think the spread is 3.5 right now for Kansas City. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Tampa Brady, buddy. That's who I'm taking. Take it or leave it. I didn't think about that. A team could trade up to take a quarterback. Of course a team could, bro. It's very rare. It's very rare that you're going to see a team do that, even though it happened with Mahomes. But you don't, and I think happened with Trubisky. So it does happen. It does happen, but there's some teams that are pretty low. But Carolina, they're not that far behind, right? They're not that far behind. They might jump up. They might take a quarterback. They might get rid of that first and and a second-round pick to do that, right? So they got to be on their toes, man. That's why you might see honestly, listen, this is why you might see if they do deal with San Fran or they do deal with Indy, you might see Garoppolo coming to town. You might see Garoppolo come in town for a one-year deal. They're still going to get their quarterback at 7, probably, hopefully. But then you can see a Garoppolo or you can see a Jacoby Brissett getting traded in that deal. And trust me, those guys aren't staples. They're just kind of like throw-ins, like because we might not get our quarterback at 7. I mean, we might not get him. We might not get the guy they want. They might be in love with Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson might be going to the Jets. You know what I mean? So it's good. So it's going to be. That's why I say don't reach for if you don't like Trey Lance, and if you don't like Justin Fields, don't reach for him. Don't reach for him at 7 if you don't like him. And hey, I don't need to tell those guys that, man. They know what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? Brad Holmes knows what he's doing. I got full confidence in, and I know what he's doing. I do. I really do. I can't hear it. That's good. Must be you're wearing shorts. Yeah. Slim was a flash. He was a flash in the pan. He had one great year here, man. One great year, maybe 1.5. Maybe 1.5 years. He was completely overrated. Yeah, he had a bunch of picks. You know why? They threw the ball to his way all the time because he's a liability. I think he was a liability, man. I sure as hell that one good year he had, good for him. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, what'd you do here? I believe you. Dan Campbell politely told Justin Rogers they want to bring back Aguara and Kenny. Hey, he can say whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants that they want to bring him back, man. I'm sure they do. Man. All I'm saying is that be prepared. Be prepared for some if they're tearing this down, which they might be. They might not bring those guys back. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping they bring back Aguara. I want Aguara back. I'd pay him all kinds of money to bring him back. Kenny, you know what I mean? I like him, but man, if you're not coming back, you're not coming back. I don't really care. I'm not too bent over Kenny Golladay. I'm really not, man. I'm really not. I think you can find some really good wide receivers. But I'm sure they have every plan in the world to do what they want to do, man, with bringing these guys back. It might not be in the plans, man. Who knows? He's got to go over that with Brad Holmes, man, and they say they're one. So let's see if they really are. Today was bad. Good job for both judging and not being. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. What do you think of Mac Jones? He doesn't have the traits the 4 top quarterbacks have, but he played great. I like Mac Jones. Big kid, big arm, but zero mobility. People want to come at Matthew Stafford for having no mobility. He is absolutely worse. He's got Tom Brady mobility. That's what he has. He has Tom Brady mobility. That's how much that guy runs. He has Dan Marino mobility, which is 0 to none. You know what I mean? But he's a great quarterback with a great arm, accurate. But you're going to have to build a sick O-line if you want to draft a Mac Jones. That's all. I'm not saying I dislike him or nothing, but I wouldn't take him in the first round. You know what I mean? He's a second-round quarterback. He could go in the first round, though. He could go in the first. I don't think he'll go in the top 10 or anything like that, but a team might reach for him. You might see a team reach for him, man, that's really desperate for a quarterback, man. And I don't think it's us. But I do like him. I like him, Steve-O. I just don't think it'd be a really good fit here. Fix that right side, maybe. Go fix the right side of the line, then I'd welcome a Mac Jones. Because the left side, I think, is pretty much locked down. I think Decker, Jonah, and with help from Ragnow, or Ragnow's helping both ends, right? Left and right. So I like his blind side protected. I just don't like his right side protected. His right side, he'll get sliced and diced. They have to fix that O-line first in order to do any of that crap. Quinn made some boneheaded picks. You're right, he did, bro. He absolutely did. How are you, brother? What's up, Frog Crop? How you doing, buddy? Doing good? Spider-Man 27. Look at that, man. It's a cool logo. I like that logo, bro. My team going to be the joke of the NFL for the next 5+ years. Well, you seem like you're a Houston fan. I don't know if I'm not sure if Deshaun Watson's getting traded though, bro. I don't think Houston's in any hurry to get rid of him. It could go down, but they'll just fine him until he comes back. You mess with the man's money, man. Enough. He'll come back. But I just don't understand. I don't know what's going on over there in Houston, bro. I don't know what the heck is going on there in Houston, man. What did happen there? What what happened there, man? I know Watson's all fired up, man, because they didn't go to him for the next GM they were going to hire, the next coach they were going to hire. They didn't do any of that, I guess. He got all bent out of shape. It's a bad football team, man. But maybe he just knows that. Maybe he just knows, man, it's not going to get any better. He just wants out. That's all right. But he's a hell of a quarterback, bro. You got a lot of Lions fans over here that think that we're going to get him, eh? We're delusional over here. Some of us, man. Love my Lions fans, but my God, they're extremely delusional at times, man. And I could be too. I could be delusional every now and then too, man. But we got to come to reality, man. We're not paying a boatload to get Deshaun Watson over here, man. It's a complete lateral move, in my opinion. Yeah, we're getting the better quarterback, but you guys will be all right, man. Someone will talk, I think, Deshaun Watson off the ledge. You guys will be fine. I still think you guys got a pretty solid offense. You got a stud at quarterback. You got a couple more wide receivers there. You got some good ones in Fuller and Cook. David Johnson, you didn't have a great year, but you got in the end zone a few times. You kind of, man, you're in our situation a bit, buddy. You're definitely in our situation a bit, man. But don't say you're going to be the joke of the next 5 years, dude, because we're still around. We're still around. We're going to be terrible for the next 2 or 3, I think. Let me see how this Stafford deal goes down, and let me tell you how this draft goes down. Then me and you will have a talk, Spider 27. Spider 27, loving it. It's good to see you here, though, buddy. Tom at home will be hard to beat, especially with the D they have. I think. Listen, it's exit strategy left. It's an exit strategy, man. If he wins, I think he's done. But who knows, man? That's just the guy is 43 years old. 43 years old, and he is still slinging the rock like he's 25. It's unbelievable, the stuff he's doing. Like I can't fathom it. I really can't fathom it, man. He's almost not. I don't think he's human. I really don't think the man is human. I think they're beating Kansas City. Why not? I think they're beating Kansas City. I think they're going to beat them, man. I'll be Pleasant as the corner coach and the passing. Okay, the passing coordinator. Okay, yeah, and I know he was the DB coach. What's up, B. Willis, D. Harris? What's up, buddy? Thanks for that info. I love that. I love that hire. By the way, I didn't know he was the passing coordinator though. He's doing both ends, right? Is that what you're saying? I know he was a DB coach. We stole him from the Rams. I thought that was a great hire, but I didn't know he was actually the passing coordinator. Like, that's crazy. On offense, nice. I wouldn't mind the Lions trying to get Mariota for Las Vegas. I don't mind Las Vegas, man. I don't mind Mariota. If they release him, I thought he played good when he got to play last. Yeah, he played really good in that one game, man. That one game, he lit it up. He looked like the Mariota in his rookie season, man. But he's a blunder machine, though, man. He is. He's a guy that does a lot of bad things on the football field, man. But he looked really. He showcased himself, man. Probably enough to get some looks. That's for sure. Micro Mike, what's up, bro? I'm trying to fix all this stuff here, bro. I got questions, and I need answers, man. Green screen stuff. I got feedback coming at me, man. I don't know what to do. I got to figure this out, bro. But we'll discuss that another day. But thanks for joining me, brother. By the way, I had like 20. I think I had a record, man. I think I had 23 in the chat at once, man. That's the most I've ever had. So I'm proud of it. There's some character questions with Kenny, with him making business decisions, likely faking injuries. Yeah, there is, man. But he's still going to get paid, man. No matter what he did, he's still going to get paid. I think he'll be. I don't think he's going to get that 17, 18 million he was asking. But if he gets tagged, he's going to get like 17. He's going to get 17 million if he gets tagged. But if he gets like a 4-year deal or something like that, 4-year deal, I'm guessing he's going to get about 14, maybe 14, 15. You know what I mean? Still going to get way more money than he's making right now. Hi, baby. I love you. Thanks, brother. It's a good one, man. The background, man, it's going to be. I had a bunch of images, man. I got to get more lighting, dude. I got to get more lighting. You know what I mean? I got to get more lighting, man. It just wasn't. It was all fuzzy and stuff, man. I had some pretty cool Lions images that I was going to put up there, man. But I don't know, man. It's got to be my lighting. Not enough lighting down here. Even if we don't trade him, it's probably going to not report the front office is shite. Yeah, bro, I know, but like I said, he doesn't report. They just keep finding him. And I know he's got a ton of money. He doesn't care a little bit. But as the more days it goes on and on and on and on and on, and he starts losing more money, he's going to care, bro, and he's going to report. He's going to report, or he's going to say, "Listen, keep," or he's going to force their hand. It's a game of poker, dude. It's a complete game of poker. But a team that takes on that contract, good luck. This year, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful deal, but it skyrockets in 2022. It's like 40. Don't quote me on the number, man. I thought it was like 45, $46 million starting in 2022. It's gravy, 2021. Solid. But you're going to eat that contract in a couple of years. So, but I personally, I don't think he's getting traded. I just got a feeling he's not going to get traded, man, because they're both sides are playing poker, right? He's saying, "Get me out of here," or he's requesting it. He's not demanding anything yet. He's only requesting a trade. You know what I mean? He's not demanding yet. He's not saying, "Get me the hell up out of here." And Houston comes back with, we're not trading him. We're not in a hurry. We're not, like, we don't have no intentions of getting rid of Deshaun Watson. And why would you? You know what I mean? Why would you? The new coaching staff screams they want to establish the run and a kneecap biting T. Hey, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. They brought in Anthony Lynn, who's a little bit of he's a clock manager guy for sure, man. And he kind of his offenses can get a tad boring, man. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You gotta let your quarterback do his thing too. But Anthony Lynn has had some solid running games as an OC and a head coach. Had some good running attacks in Buffalo, some good running attacks in LA. So I'm pretty sure he's been somewhere else. I just can't quite put my finger on it. But he loves to run the football. So you can't really go wrong there. I just thought in order to run the football though, you gotta be really winning football games, man. So like we could run the ball all we want, man. But if we're not winning any games, we're passing the ball. You know what I mean? That's another thing that drives me nuts about Stafford Badgers. All he did was throw the football. Well, yeah, because he didn't have a run game. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do? You're going to keep running the ball when you're down by 14, 21, 18, 19, or whatever the hell it was. You know what I mean? 20 points. You're not going to do that, man. You're going to throw the ball. You know what I mean? I'm surprised his arm didn't fall off his body here, man. You know what I mean? Imagine playing in an offense, man, knowing that you're the You and a couple wide receivers, maybe an occasional tight end. You know, you finally got a tight end in 11 and 12 years for Matthew Stafford. Congratulations, man. You finally got a good one. TJ Hawkinson. Took you long enough. You had Pettigrew up for a bit, but we all know what he was coming out of college. He was a blocking tight end coming out of college. And he had some actually decent numbers for a receiving tight end for the first few years in Detroit. Wasn't bad. So everyone says, well, Stafford never made it anybody into anybody. Well, first of all, it's not the quarterback's responsibility to make you good. You know what I mean? Make yourself good. Make yourself good. But he had a couple decent weapons, and because they didn't run the ball, man. They couldn't run the ball for 12 years or 11. I'm going to say 11 years because we had one good running game back 2013 or something like that. It was. So what are you going to do, man? All you're going to do is pass. You're going to try to pass, and you're going to try to win football games, man. And that's what he tried to do. And I'm rambling. I'm going on, and I'm going on about Stafford, and I shouldn't be. I'm going on a limb. He's going to the Rams. Yeah, that's the talk. There's talks about that, brother. There's actual talks about that, but I don't want Jared Goff. I don't want Jared Goff because I don't think Goff is completely terrible. I don't think he is. I don't think he's that good. I really don't. I don't think he's that good. I don't think it doesn't make a move. It doesn't make any sense if you're really trying to rebuild or retool or whatever the hell Brad Holmes wants to call this. Because the Rams don't have a first round pick this year. So what are they going to give us? Okay, what are they going to give us? Say Goff. Okay, what else? Your second for sure. Your second round pick for sure. Maybe your third. Okay, or a fourth, and then maybe a first next year. That's the only way I would think about taking on that contract for one. A contract is ridiculous, by the way. And it just doesn't make any sense if you're doing for a retool or whatever Holmes is calling this. You have to look at it in a way, man. Okay, yeah, he's a good quarterback. Okay, he's pretty good, but I think it's pretty much a lot. I think talent-wise, though, Stafford's here. It's not a crazy. He's not crazy, like way better than Jared Goff. I think he's better, though. I think he's significantly better. So it's not a crazy drop off in talent, but then you got contract. And then you're obviously not giving any picks back. So you're going to gain a couple picks. It doesn't make any. The contract, for me, the contract is the X factor. The contract's the X factor. The contract's the one that makes the most or least sense. You're not taking on that deal because you're getting Stafford on a really good deal coming up. People got to understand that you're getting whoever gets Stafford is getting Stafford out like $43 million for the next 2 years. It's not $33 million this year and $26 million the next year. It's not that. It's you know what I mean? It's not that. It's lower. It's much lower. It's much lower. It's like a 15% decrease or something like that because he's traded. So the cap numbers, guys. I'm so confused on cap numbers, man. It's something I can't even keep up with it. Because like I said before, man, a lot of these caps, you'll go on one site and I'll read something. Matthew Stafford, 19 million cap hit, dead cap hit, and then $6 million in next year. So I'm like, okay, that's 25 million, right? That's 25. I said, yeah, man, we saved 25 million. Like we have to eat. Okay, it's 25 million, boom. But it would be normally 33 and then 26. So that's so you do the numbers there, right? 59 million, you're like 59.25. Well, we're saving a bunch of money. But then you go to another site, you go to a bunch of site, and it's like, well, you're losing money. Then you go to another site, and you're saving $5 to $10 million, and it's like I can't keep up with it, man. Everyone, it seems like everyone's got a different opinion on it, and I don't. I'll tell you this way. I'll tell you this way. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, man. I'm really not. I just read what I read constantly on things, and I just go, okay, well, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not sometimes. No problem, buddy. There's a good chance Tommy is juicing, or he found the fountain of youth. Tom was only 3 touchdowns short of throwing his ages. Oh, bro, he was a stud this year. He was a stud. He's on something, man. He's definitely taking something. He's doing something to himself, man. He doesn't even look 43. He looks like he's 30 years old, too. And they got Deuce Staley. Oh, man, the Deuce is loose. Can't wait for that, man. That's Steve-O. Tom is not on the juice. It's all about being in shape and working out. I'm 57 and can still kick ass. Hey, man, good for you, brother. What's up, Mike Ray? How you doing, buddy? Still would love staff in DC. Got a bad rap in Detroit. Bro, man, I'm not saying he'd bring you guys to the Super Bowl, but he would make you guys a much better team offensively. He would, man. He would. You guys got a good running game over there. You guys got a good running game. Might need another wide receiver or two. But you're probably losing Scherf, though, right? So you might have to build a little bit of an O-line for him, which I don't think that was much of an issue. You'd have to tell me more about that. But give him another weapon. I say another high draft weapon, another wide receiver, and I'm telling you, man, he'd make your team a lot better. He'd make your team a lot better, man. You guys are in the mix, man. Washington, you guys are in the mix, bro. I'll tell you right now, there's 3 teams I think that are in the mix, heavy right now. It's Washington, and it's San Fran, and it's Indy. So we'll see where that goes from there, my man. Delusional Lions fan, what's up, buddy? Lance or Fields? For me personally, I like Trey Lance. I like Trey Lance, and it's not because Fields is an OSU quarterback. It's because I'm a Michigan guy. It's nothing like that. It's nothing about no history. I just like Trey Lance's upside. I just think he threw 43 touchdowns, 48 touchdowns 2 years ago. And I know it was I know it wasn't in a great conference. It wasn't in the Big Ten. It wasn't a high-powered school. 48 touchdowns or something like that, and 0 interceptions, man. 0. And his completion percentage was like 67% overall in the last couple of years. He only played like 1 or 2 games, though, last year. 2 years ago was when he threw for the 40-something touchdowns. But he runs like a deer. He's big. He's 6'4", 230. And I know Fields has got some size on him, too. I didn't think Fields was that big when I checked out how big he was. He's about 6'2", 6'3", to about 225 pounds. So he's not much smaller. But I like, there's something about Trey Lance. I like him a little bit better. So I'm a Trey Lance guy. Trey Lance could fall. Both those 2 quarterbacks could slip. All depends what Atlanta does. If Atlanta does, it could cause a storm. It could cause a real big storm for teams that really want to move up to get a quarterback. Atlanta needs a lot of things, but I haven't heard one thing that they're ready to move on. I haven't personally. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't heard one thing about Atlanta wanting to move on from Matt Ryan. I haven't heard any of it, man. That's actually been kind of eerily quiet. Usually hear something, right? I know he's due a lot of money, man. So I can't really, I don't really know, man. I think they might be sticking with him one more year. I hope, because I think Trey Lance falls right in our lap if he does. One of those quarterbacks do. Now it all depends how Brad Holmes, Ken Dorsey, because Ken Dorsey is a part of this talent evaluator pool now, guys, and that's a good one. If he sticks with that, just being a talent evaluator and getting in Brad Holmes' ear, man, maybe coaching him up a little bit, it'll be good. It'll be good for the Lions, man, because that guy can find talent. He's found all kinds in drafts that he's been with. When he was with Green Bay, when he was with Kansas City, especially Kansas City, finding Mahomes, finding guys like Kareem Hunt, finding Tyreek Hill, finding those guys late. Like, you know what I mean? And then doing the same thing with Cleveland, man. Do the same thing with Cleveland. He helped build Cleveland up a little bit too. So I need to buy a throwback Lion jersey. These new ones, I don't hit the same. I need a new throwback too, man. I have an old Barry Sanders one. I have an old Barry Sanders throwback one that's pretty sweet. I got a white and a blue one. I don't really want to wear it outside of here, though. Actually, it was given to me by a buddy, so they're nice. I love Trey Lance too, man. What's up, Dolo Dynamite? Look at that picture. Phenomenal. I love Trey Lance. So do I, bro. So do I, Dolo. James Willis, what's up, buddy? I'm back. What's up, bro? Let's go, Chris Green. What's going on, big fella? What's going on? You ready for the news? You ready for the news? What's going on, bro? What are we getting back? Lance, he throws a nice deep with a high arc so the receivers can run it. I heard the guys from PFF say Lance has the best arm in his draft. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm. Yeah, he probably does have the best arm. Zach Wilson has a hell of an arm too, though. That kid has a hell of. I think the two best arms are Wilson and Lance. Lawrence has a great ball too. He does. His accuracy is pretty on point, man. He's generational, but I don't think his arms as strong as Wilson or Lance. That's all I'm saying, man. But who knows? I'm not saying it doesn't mean just because their arms are better. You know what I mean? Just because I think their arms are a little bit better, that I think that they're better quarterback. I think Lawrence is a can't miss prospect. What's up? What's up, brother? Wow. Hey, it's just how I feel, bro. It's just how I feel, man. I think Zach Wilson has a crazy arm. I think Lance has a ridiculous arm. They have strong arms, man. You know what I mean? Fields, he's got a good ball, but his balls tend to kind of like a little wobbly. Passes aren't as crisp. Even with Lawrence at times, man, his passes aren't as crisp, but you just can't miss with that kid. Jacksonville's getting an absolute gamer. Let's say the Lions do take a quarterback at 7. What D player do you want in the second round to follow the Lions? What D player, man? I don't know, man. There's that. You know what? I got to keep. You know what? I have to keep looking for guys. I've been really focused on this first round, bro. I've been really focused on this first round. There's a couple of D tackles that I like, though. I gotta just at the top of my head, I just can't remember who they are, but I have to dive into it a little more. I've been really, to be honest with you, I've been focusing on this first round, man. Then when the Stafford stuff came into full circle the past couple of weeks, I was like, I didn't focus on anything else but the first round and what's going to happen with Stafford. You know what I mean? Zaven Collins, he's the linebacker from Utah, right? Is it Utah? That kid? I think he's a first round pick, though. Isn't he the linebacker from Utah? Lance got a cannon. Campbell said he wanted a mobile quarterback per Dave. Oh yeah, well, bro, they brought in Mark Brunell too as quarterback coach. That screams running quarterback. You know what I mean? So the top four guys that are available are all mobile quarterbacks. All 4 of them: Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, and Lance. They're all mobile quarterbacks. All 4 of those guys. Then there's a couple of guys late, like a guy like a Jamie Newman from Wake Forest. But he's he's probably a second round pick. But he's got some size, he's got some arm strength. You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if they were to go that route. You know, if they try to go heavy defense, man. But who knows? Check out Jalen Darlin. He's a slot. Oh yeah. Was that the kid that they were talking about the Senior Bowl? Kid that they were talking about. They compared him to Tyreek Hill. Is that him? I was kind of trying to watch some of that Senior Bowl stuff, but I got some issues over here with my TVs as well. So I'll take any of the three quarterbacks let them develop Brunel and bring in a vet quarterback. Yeah. Well, that's why I think there's like that's why I think there's a Ryan Fitzpatrick coming to town. You might see Tyrod Taylor. I hope not, but you might, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mark, that's Javen Collins. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I've been keeping up a little bit, man. I should be keeping up more with my college football. I've been kind of down on it this year. That's my bad. That's my own doing, man. It's just have my reasons though, but yeah. Marco, what receivers? That's got MJ. What's up, Dad? That's my dad saying that. Marco, what receivers have we lost so far? Well, Kenny Galladay's probably going to be one, Dad. Kenny Galladay is going to be one. We lost Marvin Jones. He's going to free agency. Mohamed Sanu is a free agent. Danny Amendola is a free agent. There's four right there. We literally only have Quintez Cephas and I think Geronimo Allison. I think Geronimo Allison's the only one. Is the only one too. Him and Quintez. Him and Cephas. Cephas and then Geronimo Allison because he opted out for 2020 because of COVID. So we have two wide receivers on the roster right now that are under contract. So we might lose 4 or 5. 4 or 5 guys. Amendola, Sanu, Galladay, Jones. We lost Marvin Hall too, by the way. Lost Marvin Hall. There's 5. We released him. He got picked up by the Browns. So we've lost 5 guys. We could possibly lose 5. Terrible. What do you think about picking up Fitzpatrick or Mariota? Help, man. Thanks, Carter. Hoping they yeah, man. I like I said, Chris. Like I said, bro. I like Fitz. I don't know about Mariota. I don't mind him. He did show some. He showed some heart when he came in and played for that one game for Las Vegas, man. But I don't know, man. As a stopgap, sure. Sign him to a 1-year deal, maybe a 2-year deal, man, and just see what you get. But there was someone on here, Jorge was saying on here that he's a Miami fan. He was saying that Fitzpatrick was going to retire if he'd rather stay in Miami or something like that and be on the coaching staff. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure how true that is, but I wouldn't mind either of them. I'm not paying a lot of money to Mariota. Mariota is going to be cheap as hell. So I really wouldn't mind it, but I don't know where he's going to want to go, man. He's probably going to start here, though. You know what I mean? So yeah, it might be a destination he'd like to come to, man. Has a chance to start and maybe get another contract down the road. But they still got to get that quarterback, like you said. And Fitzpatrick, bring on the old man, man. Bring him on. So is Tamu run and gun. Yeah, I know, man. I don't have anything against that kid. I just don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's an option, bro. He's going to fight to stay on the roster, man. I'll tell you right now. It's about to be the news on Twitter, I heard. What is, bro? What's the news? What'd you hear, dude? About Campbell want a mobile quarterback or trade coming? Zach Wilson, yes or no? I'm okay with Wilson. The only thing that scares me about him, bro, the only thing that scares me about Zach Wilson is he's thin. He's 6'3", though, I think. 6'2", 6'3". So he's got the height. But he's thin, man. He's real frail. Only 210 pounds. And he's got that type of build that he can't put a lot of weight on, man. You can't bulk him up to 220. It'll be too much for him. Too much weight on that shoulder. You know what I mean? He'll need to watch it. I'm not worried about him ever gaining weight, though. Bad weight, that's for sure. But I like him as a quarterback, but I just think he's a little thin. Man. But I do like him, man. He improved every year he was at BYU. He improved every year, man. You go look at his numbers. He improved every year. Everyone says he's just a one-hit wonder guy. But if you look at his actual numbers, man, he played like 18 games his first 2 seasons. 9-9, I think he went 9 games, and then he improved. He improved, and they had a big year this year. Had a real big year this year. So I think he's a legitimate quarterback. Just his size, his height. His height's fine, but his weight kind of throws me off a bit. A little bit thin. I'll take Fitzpatrick or Taylor. I'm okay. I'm not a big Tyrod Taylor fan, bro, though. I don't really like him too much, man. I like Fitz though. Did you see the video of QDPA on one? He's out one leg front squat and a 200-pound kettlebell, and another him running a sub 6 at 270. He's probably the freakiest player in his job. He is a freak, but he's a guy that never got it together, man, at Michigan, dude. He never got it together. Injuries kind of stopped him. Maybe Harbaugh, maybe that defense, man, maybe not having enough around him. But I know the hype's kind of on him right now, but I never did see that video though. I like to see it. I'll check it out, man. I'll YouTube it. I got no issues with him, but I'm not taking him high. You know what I mean? If we get like that 21st pick and we don't move it or anything like that from Indy or something, and he's there, I'll take him. But I don't think he'll go before that. No. Nicole Collins, wide receiver for Michigan, Nico. What about him, bro? I heard he was having a good Senior Bowl. Is that what you're talking about, my man? Heard we looking to bring back Romeo and Galladay. I like re-signing both if you have the cap. I guess that's what this is my take on this. This is my take on this, man. I said this earlier, my man. Guys, Dan Campbell said that, right? That's all said and that's all well and good. Okay. So this is not a rebuild if they do that then. Really, it's not a rebuild, man. It's not a rebuild. And he did like to use the word, Holmes did like to use the word, he hated the word rebuild. He wanted to use the word retool. I don't see much difference in it, but whatever. That's just my opinion. But if you're going to go and you're going to get rid of your quarterback, okay? You're going to go get rid of your quarterback and you're probably going to draft off the rookie. Makes most sense. Or you're going to go get a vet that started many games in the NFL, like a Fitzpatrick, a Tyrod Taylor, Mariota. If you're going to do anything like that, that's a rebuild, okay? But if you're going to sign Romeo and Galladay, okay, we're just talking about retooling, and I don't think we're in a position. I don't think we're in a position to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're serious about rebuilding, you strip it all down. I wouldn't mind Romeo back. Galladay I can do without, man. You know what I mean? I've kind of soured on him. I know he's a hell of a talent, and he would help out any quarterback we picked up, even if it was a guy off the scrap heap. I get that, but man, you can't even get this kid upset, man. Like, I'm not saying he's faking injuries, but like, what the hell happened last year, man? What happened with that? You know, I'm speculating now. I'm speculating, but it's been going through my mind a lot. Like, man, come on. This guy had a hip injury, man. He missed what? 11 games, 12 games? Come on, man. Like you know what I mean? Like was it it must have been Quinn, it must have been Patricia, but like, is that what he's going to do what if Dan Campbell ain't no saint, bro? Dan Campbell's not going to go on here. He is not going to pat him on the head and tell him everything's okay. Like you know what I mean? He's going to get up in his ass. He is, man. He is going to get up in him and he's going to tell him, like, this is the way it is, bro. Now, hopefully Dan Campbell goes about it in a different way, because I heard he's hard, but he goes about it in a professional way. Let's just say that he does it professionally. He doesn't try to degrade. That's what Patricia did. He degraded players, and Bob Quinn kind of, I think I heard, was the same way. Now he was just an arrogant POS, man. Like, you know what I mean? So if they sign a guy like Galladay, man, they hopefully he doesn't get in his feelings, man. If he gets yelled at by Dan Campbell, you know. So I'm almost ready to move on from Galladay, man. But I want Romeo back, bro. I really do want Romeo back. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. A staff trade coming. Oh, it's coming, bro. It's right around the corner, my man. It's right around the corner. Dave Burkett, like you said, right? That's what I've been trying to follow. Man, we should be. I don't know where my phone is, man. There's got to be some news. And last I heard, did you guys hear that crazy news earlier, man? That some guy trolling said that San Francisco offered us 10 picks for Matt Stafford. I fell for it for like 2 seconds though. I fell for it for a bit, man. I just woke up and I was like rubbing my eyes. I'm like, what the hell is this? All of a sudden I was like, Stafford 10. Stafford is a 49er, 10 picks. It was some guy on Twitter. What the hell was his name, man? Let me go to my Voxer. Yeah, some guy. Here it is right here. Some guy named Sterling Bennett making up stories, man, saying 10 picks for Stafford, all day 2 picks, 10 picks. I fell for it for 5 seconds. Yeah. Now I got some boys, man, in different networks saying that Chicago and Carolina in on a Stafford deal now. Chicago. That's what One Pride Nation said earlier. What are they gonna like? What's Chicago gonna offer? Chicago has nothing that we want. Like, you're gonna give us? You're gonna give us Khalil Mack? You're gonna give us Fuller? Like, what are you gonna do, man? I'd rather have Fuller. Mack's been kind of falling off the face of the earth the last couple of years. Like, what are you gonna do, man? You're gonna give us 2, 3 first-round picks for Chicago dealing within the division? No way, man. Here, saying right here. There's ways around the cap. Yeah, that's why. Hey, there is ways around the cap. Lions can backload the contract so the cap goes back up, and Lions can get up. That's why they were saying people were saying that Bears involved in trade talks for Matthew Stafford. Chicago. For all you guys that didn't know, Chicago was a destination of Matthew Stafford that he wanted to go to. Well, they better be bending over Chicago if they trade him there. Let me read this, guys. According to Senior Albert Breer, you were right, One Pride Nation. I didn't know. I thought that was complete bull. The Chicago Bears are involved in trade talks with the Detroit Lions. Like, what would they be off? They would have to offer, honestly, guys. I'm not even, just because it's in the division, and I don't think Stafford's worth this. They would have to be offering the next 3 first-round picks for him because it's the division. You can't have facing that guy 4 times in 2 years. They'll destroy that defense. Says nothing of what the offer might be. Wow. That sounds to me like that sounds to me like that's a ploy. I don't even believe that this is real. They're obviously not getting what they want, and they're trying to make teams sweat. Stuff like that kind of makes me nervous, man. People sleeping on Lance. I love him, bro. Nico Collins reminds me a lot of Galladay. They're similar in size and the way they make contested catches. He never put it together in Michigan, though, man. He never put it together either in Michigan. He could have been special. I kind of blame Harbaugh on that one. Move on from KJ, in my opinion, resign Roma. That's what I want them to do. I'm not sold on Galladay either. I don't think he gets open enough for young. He doesn't get open, man. I think he was I think he had the worst separation percentage in the NFL for wide receivers in 2019. Pretty sure him and Marvin Jones, I think, had like 1 and 2 for 2019. That just tells you how good of a football player Matthew Stafford is, eh? You know what I mean? It just tells you how good he is, man. It tells you how good he is, man. He had to throw in a windows, man, that you couldn't even fit. You couldn't even fit a Lego piece in, man. You know what I mean? He was just throwing dimes. That's why he threw 10 plus interceptions a year. I'm not sure the Lions can announce that I don't think I'm not sure if the Lions can announce a trade if they reach a verbal agreement until after the Super Bowl. It can go anytime, bro, but it can't be official until mid-March. I've been wondering about this myself, and I saw Adam Schefter. I think he was on the Mike Greenberg show. Good show, by the way. Check that show out, man. Really good show on ESPN. I think it's ESPN. I like Greenberg. He's pretty good, Greeny. He was saying that a trade could happen. Like it'll be announced, but it just won't be official. It won't be official till mid-March. That's when the 2021 season, boom, goes into effect. That's so. I guess like it can be announced. It won't be official. That's all. The Bears could be a smokescreen. I think that's bull. I think it's bull that they're in talks. And stuff like that kind of worries me. Because no way are the Lions trading him to the Bears unless the Lions are literally robbing the Bears. And that's the only way it could be done. Give me Kyle Fuller. Give me 2 first-round picks and a third and a fourth. and do I think Matthew Stafford is worth that? 100% no, I don't. Get that out of the way too, okay? But if you're going to trade within a division, you're giving me capital, you're giving me players, you're giving me everything. Mid-March, yeah, that's what I said. Mid-March, March 13th, it can be officially done. Yeah, but it can be announced anytime, bro. It can be announced anytime. Send him to Chicago. I'm not afraid of Stafford, but it better be a big haul of picks or play. Bro, you know it, and I know it, Steve. He comes here, he shreds us. You know that, eh? You better be afraid of it, dude. Don't be doing that, man. Don't be doing that, bro. Don't be doing that to Matthew. Come on, man. You better be afraid, man. You better be afraid if they get some wide receivers over there. They get some wide receivers over there, man, and the way they play defense, look out. If Allen Robinson somehow stays there, which I don't think he is, then you better be afraid of Matthew Stafford. You don't want him in the division, man. You don't, man. You don't. Yeah, he might throw a pick against us. He might give us a gift. But I'm telling you right now, man, he will drop 400 on us in a heartbeat. Come on, man. Be realistic about it, dude. This is a good show, though, guys. It's a good show. It's good to be back. I got some things to figure out on this computer, though. Still, man, this feedback is driving me nuts. Yeah. Red Wings score. Watch. Also want Motor City Podcast. What's up? What's up, man? All right, how's it going, bro? I also want Trey Lance. I do too, man. I'm telling you, I think I just love his upside. He's extremely raw. He's extremely raw, man. I know that. But I just love his upside. And I love his size and I love his arm strength. And he's pretty accurate, man. You know what I mean? So I think he had a 67 or 66% completion percentage, you know, in his short, young college career. It was very young, very short too, because of COVID. But he gets the job done, and he runs really, and he runs like a horse, man. He's a horse. No, I haven't seen that guy yet, brother. Talanoa Hufunga, safety from USC. He reminds me of Troy Polamalu. No, man. Like I said, I have to go. I have to look at some of my. I have to start paying attention to that more. I didn't really do a lot of college work this year, but I will be coming out with some mock drafts. I just have to do some studying on some guys. And before I do those mock drafts, and before I do, I'll probably just do I'll do a 32 team mock draft first round. I won't get too deep into it, and then I'll probably do, when the draft is over and done with, I'll just do my analysis on players like I like to do. The Wings need a goaltender very bad. Yeah, the Wings do need a goaltender very badly, man. It's just a bad hockey team, bro. It's just a bad hockey team, right, Chris Green? You know they're bad. I don't know what you're going to do over there. You guys got to score some goals too, don't you? I ain't a Montreal fan, but what you expect? I didn't expect Montreal to be doing this. But I really love their offense, man. Their price has been struggling a bit lately, but they're winning hockey games, and their pickups have been phenomenal. Josh Anderson, Toffoli, those guys have been great, man. You know what I mean? Suzuki's playing well. Gallagher playing well. Romanov's a beast, man. The defenseman rookie, who's not really a rookie. He's not even really a rookie, man. He played in the Russian league, but he's first year in the NHL. He's a stud, man. That's a team to look out for. I'm telling you right now, they're going to make some noise. If the Lions trade for baby hands Goff, I'm done. First off, they don't even have a first rounder to give up. I want at least a first rounder in candy. Well, yeah. Well, we all want, man. We all want. I think the Rams aren't even in it. I don't think they're even in it, man. I think the Lions are throwing out some smoke screens right now. I literally think they have a deal in place and they're just trying to sweeten the pot a bit more. That's what I think they're trying to do. I think they literally have 3 deals in place, 4 deals in place, and they're just trying to sweeten the deal from one of those 3 or 4 teams. Honestly, the trade's coming, man. The trade is coming. We are not trading within the division. They shouldn't be, but if they do, bro, they better be getting a haul. You have to be getting a haul back for that guy. So I would hate if they got Hobbs half-ass. All I do is throws McFadden does the hard part for him. He still is average at best. Yeah, I just think it would be. I think it would be even, like I said earlier, man. It'd be almost a lateral move, but I think it would be a worse move for the Lions. You're not getting a quarterback as talented as Stafford. You're not. I don't care if he's 26 or if he's 36. You know what I mean? I don't care about his age. He's not as good as Matt Stafford. He's not significantly worse, but he's not as good. And if you're going to give me somebody, man, give me someone who's at least just as good or a little bit better. You know, same with the Jimmy G thing, man. His contract's a little more acceptable. Like you can work with that. You could sit Jimmy G. You could trade him. You could cut him. You know what I mean? For the new rookie coming in. But for Goff, you're married to that, man. You're married to that contract for 2-3 years. Because you're not really going, you can still draft your quarterback, I guess, but why would you draft a quarterback when you got a 26-year-old? You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, man. I guess they still could draft the quarterback. It's just that depends how they feel about Goff. I don't want him. Red Wings score again. Wow, 2 goals. Jeez, what's the score, bro? 2-0. I don't think we're trading Stafford to the Bears either. I think it's a smokescreen, bro. I think it's a smokescreen by Brad Holmes and John Dorsey, Ray Agnew, or whoever. You know what I mean? I think it's those guys are the ones that are kind of taking care of this right now, and Dan Campbell, obviously. They're all attached to the hip. They all said that they all share the same brain. So, let's see if they really do. Because if they're in talks with Chicago, I want 2 or 3 first-round picks. You know what I mean? Trade for Jimmy G, draft a quarterback, have Jimmy play, then after a season, give him back to New England. I guess you could do something like that. I don't want Jimmy G though, man. If they get Jimmy G, you better be drafting a quarterback at 7 then. If you get a Jimmy G, then you kind of have to reach for a quarterback if you don't like him. That's my personal opinion, man. You know what I mean? And I don't want the Lions to reach for a quarterback if they don't like him. But they obviously do way more work than this. You know what I mean? So they obviously do way more work than I do. Sorry, I meant to say. And they would know. But I know they're not going to mortgage the future in a guy like Jimmy G. But a guy like Goff, man, you're married to that, man. You're married to Goff for at least 2 years, maybe 3. I just don't like it. Is Zadina playing with the Wings this season or still playing Grand Rapids? I don't have a clue, bro. I don't have a clue, Steve-O. I don't follow Detroit hockey much. That's from my boy Chris Green. Ask this guy right here. He would know. He's supposed to be doing a podcast with me eventually one day. Big things are coming for me and Chris Green, bro. I'm still gonna do my other stuff with the Infinite Sport Network because I love those guys, man. Those guys started me off, man. But I'm gonna be doing a couple other podcasts too as well because I can, and it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun, and I just can't wait to do it. But if you had any hockey questions, ask us, especially about the Red Wings. I can answer you some questions about the Montreal Canadiens. It's really about it, and I'm still kind of on that. But ask this guy. I think Floyd is a decent. Which one is this? I think Floyd's a decent player, but he's definitely playing with Dolan. He's not a blue chip. No, he's not. He's not a blue chip. What if Urban takes Lawrence and gets Stafford with a trade to give Bevel? They do have 11 picks. Crazy hunch, I know, but anything is possible. Well, that's not going to happen, bro. Then get Stafford with a trade. Well, yeah, they're not going to take Lawrence. They're not going to take Lawrence and go. They're going to take Lawrence and then get Stafford in a trade. I wouldn't think so, man. What, have Lawrence sit for 2 years? You know what I mean? Lawrence is getting thrown in a fire immediately. You know what I mean? If anything worse, it'll be sitting behind somebody, but no. All Detroit teams suck this year. Yeah, fortunately they do, bro. Nothing new going on around here. Canadians, baby. You know it, brother. What's going on, Dr. Detroit? Good to see you in here, bro. Go Leafs, go. And a one, Panthers one. Wait, what happened? What do you mean what happened? Something happened? We got traded. It's been a good one, guys. It's been about an hour, and San Francisco tried to fleece us. Oh no. What'd they try to do? I haven't seen nothing, brother. I don't think you get the first pick away from the Jags and matter, let alone in the real world. No, I don't think so either. You talking about the 2 seconds and the 2/3, like the Dr. Detroit said? And you know what? I don't think that's as bad as it sounds. I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's a total of 4 picks. Okay, it's a total of 4 picks, and you can do some work with that, man. If you're a good GM and you know what you're doing, and I know he's a first time GM, so I don't know. We don't know if he's a good GM yet, but you might be able to move up and down with those type of picks, man. You probably have 2 of those this year and 2 the next year. 1-2 this year, 1-3, and the next year 1-2 and 1-3. You might be able to move up, might be able to move down with those type of picks, but it's 4 picks. I don't think it's as bad as it sounds. I know I do want a first round pick, but it just seems that San Fran they won't let go of that 12th overall pick. But I'd rather have the first rounder. I do understand that. I would. I'd rather have the first round pick. Give me the first. Give me the first on that 12 and a third, and I would take that because it's such a high first round pick that I would just take an extra third. That's it. The first and a 3. You give me the 12th overall and a third from San Fran. I'm in. 100%. I'm in. But the thing, we need more. I think so too from San Fran. I think so too. I don't think it's that bad of a deal though. I really don't think. It's not good. Those are really 2/3 and 2/4 reality. Well, it's not 2/3 and 2/4 though. It's not though. It's not a reality. You know what I mean, bro? It's two twos and a three. Yeah, they're late, but they're still early. They're still early round picks. You know what I mean? Like when I say early, I mean rounds 1 through 3 are pretty early, no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not that bad. It doesn't sound that bad because you could even drop back. You could go up a bit. You can go up a bit. You can do things with those picks, man. You can do because you're gonna have two of them. You're gonna have two of them the next year, and you're gonna have two. You know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna have 2 picks in round 2. You're gonna have 2 picks in round 3, 2 years in a row. So it's really not that bad. And you can, if you want to move up, even this year, you could package. You could package 2 or 3 of those picks if you want to move up. So it's not as bad as people think, man. I do want a first though. If you could somehow squeeze a first out of them, it's not that bad, man. But everyone's saying that and it's 2/3 and 2/4. It's not. Just because they're late doesn't mean it's a third. And it's not a 4th round pick. It's not. I don't know why people say that, man. It's just because it's close to the 4th round. No, it's still a 3rd round pick, man. It's just. I think that the first should be in talks, anyways. And I think they're really trying to squeeze San Francisco right now. Detroit. I think they're trying to squeeze them. If Holmes gets rid of staff for anything less than a first, I might rethink the hire. That's understandable, man. That's understandable. I'm just saying if he gets 4 or 5 picks for him and their 2nd, 3rd picks, and maybe like a you know what I mean? If they're 2nd and 3rd round picks, I don't think that's that bad if you get 4 or 5 picks for him, man. But that's you can do a lot of damage with stuff like that, man. You can move up or move down. It's not necessarily a lose-lose. Yeah, his stock is right now. The iron is red hot. It's red hot, man. 1st, 3rd, and 4th from San Fran. I don't mind that. I would take a 1st and a 3rd. I really would from San Fran because that 1st is so high. It's 12th overall, man. And I would take a 3rd. I would take a 3rd, man. But if like Indy's going to offer you 3 picks, Indy's going to offer you 3 picks, even though that 1st pick's the 21st, that might be an option as well. But if San Fran's offering 3 picks and that 1st is involved, deal would be done by now. I think they're having trouble getting that 1st from San Fran. That's what's holding us back. That's what's holding this whole thing back. I think they're really trying to deal hard with San Francisco. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Only taking it for I hear you loud and clear, man. I can't believe the Colts aren't all over Stafford. They traded the 14th pick for Buckner last year, and that worked out for them. But I think that's why, though. You know what I mean? That's why they keep giving up all these picks. I think there's a trade in the works with Indy. I think there's a trade in the works with 3-4 teams right now. I honestly do. I think the Colts are one of them. I think I think right now Holmes and Dorsey are trying to, and Agnew are trying to squeeze these teams out of one more pick from somebody. I just have a feeling, and I think they're trying to get that number. They're trying to get that 12th overall from San Francisco. It's obvious. We need that 12. Yep. There may be a bidding war going on. That's why Holmes is saying the deal is close. Yeah, bro. It's you know how it is, man. Poker, man. Looking for that ace in the hole. Looking for that ace in the hole, man. That's what's going on right now. You can tell. Throwing at the Bears are in discussion now. Like, you know what I mean? Some teams don't fall for it. All it takes is a phone call. All it takes is another GM from Indy going, really? Calling Ryan Pace and going, hey, you really in talks with Detroit? And either Ryan Pace is going to tell you no or he's going to tell you yes. You know what I mean? So sometimes it might not have. It's just everybody's playing their hand, right? Might be playing a system. I think he's playing a system, bro. I really is. The deal not close with 49ers. I don't think I think there's a deal there. I do think there's a deal there, bro. I just think they're trying to get that 12th pick. They're trying to get that 12th overall pick. And I don't think San Fran's either going to buckle or they're going to just tell them they're going to give them the old, no, we're not giving it to you. You know what I mean? So that's what could be going on there. Saints offered the 20. I heard that, man. They offered the 28th overall pick, and then they offered a future second. I would have hung up the phone on Mickey Loomis. I would have hung up the phone on him, man, and said, no thanks. Goodbye. That's embarrassment, man. Come on, man. You got to give a little more than that, man. It's got to be like a 28th, your second, and then maybe like a fourth, or you know what I mean? A future one down the road. Like, no way, man. But they get for sure fire starters for them. Smart. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Mark. You see through it too. Write one call, but they all lie. So they might not call at all. They all could be lying. Yeah, they all could be lying. Like, who knows who's lying, right? Like when I start hearing guys like who I really think are really legit are guys like Schefter and Ian Rappaport, man. Those guys are the guys I really go by. It's hard to go by guys that like actual Detroit Lions beat writers. So I think they're fed a line of bull. I think they're fed a complete line of bull. Guys like Ian Rappaport and Schefter, they don't put stuff out unless they really, really know. And you see Rappaport, he's saying a deal's close. Schefter, just on TV the other day saying it's going to be called soon. It's going to happen. Those guys don't usually talk through their butts, man, because they got nothing to prove anymore. They're not guys trying to be on the come up, man. They don't work for just the radio station, or they don't work for just the free press. Schefter and Rappaport are National Football League guys, NFL guys. And their word is legit, usually pretty legit, man. And if they come up with something and it's wrong, they'll immediately delete it and then apologize for it. That's what I've noticed in the past. You're 28, next year's 1, and this year's 3rd. Who's that for? The Bears? It's a liar's game right now, so we hear the most crazy stuff. I know. That's why I'm starting to get anxiety over it, man. Trading away Stafford is something you rush into. He is the only legit trade asset this team has to get picks to do a legit rebuild. Yeah, man. Because you're gonna get 2-3 picks for him, bro, for sure. That's exactly what they need to do. They need to acquire at least, if it's only going to be 2 picks, man. If it's only going to be 2 picks, it has to be high. Has to be high picks. It has to be a high 1 and then a high 2, or a very, very high 3. You know what I mean? But a first and a third, to me, if it's the Colts, not enough. If it's a first and a third for the San Francisco 49ers, I'm in, because they're high picks. And you know what I mean? Those are very high picks. Stafford is a value financially for teams. Watson is a luxury. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Watson is a luxury, and Watson's going to cost a boatload in 2 years. He's going to cost a boatload in 2 years. And then you got a guy that you got to worry about is if, yeah, man, okay, you got yourself a great player. You just signed a huge deal in Houston. Why did you sign a huge deal in Houston if, you know what I mean? If you were just like, what? Because you didn't get a pick in your GM or your head coach? Really? Like, okay, like, yeah, you invested all the money in Watson, but come on, man. Like, you're not the front office. So, like, we're supposed to go to you. What if everybody loved Brian Cawley guy? Where were they signed? Where were they signed as head coach? Brian Cawley, I think, right? So everyone loves him, and if Watson didn't like him, they couldn't hire him as their head coach. That's how it goes now. And if he loved Bieniemy, he wanted Bieniemy. No, and everyone thought he was just a bad interview. He just didn't have the right fit. They got to hire him because Sean Watson says so. That's not the way it works, man. You can ask these guys their opinions and stuff, man. But that's all good. Get an opinion, but that's just, they shouldn't run the show. just because you make the most money on the team. You don't run the show. I think teams are more interested in Stafford than Watson. Watson will clear you cupboards to get him to your team. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? He will. Like, that's what they did with Hopkins. Got rid of Hopkins because, well, Hopkins wasn't getting along with O'Brien, but that was a lot of money invested in two players. Do you want a guy who just flipped out on his team? This is the NFL, not NBA. I don't want any guys that flip out on my team, man, like that, man. I'm not trying to bash on Deshaun Watson because he is a hell of a frigging quarterback, man. He is a hell of a quarterback. But so what happens now? He goes to San Francisco. Now he doesn't get along with Kyle Shanahan for some odd reason, or their GM. He wants out now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know he's had some years in Houston. He's probably seen how much of a dumpster fire it is. So maybe he's just thinking that way. But if he's sulking over just because he didn't get to pick the GM and the head coach, see ya. You know what I mean? Goodbye. San Francisco being stingy. If they get staff, they for sure picking late next year. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. Bro, they'll be picking in their 20s, man, if they could stay all healthy. They'll be Super Bowl contenders if they get Stafford. And it's not just because of Matt Stafford, just because they got a great team, and he is 10 times the quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is. I don't care what anybody says. He stays healthy and he's throwing to those beasts on the outside. Brandon Ayuk, Debo, George Kittle, most start in the backfield with Justin Wilson. My God, whoa, man, whoa. That is a hell of an offense, man. Then if that defense stays intact, they lost everybody this year, man. They're Super Bowl contenders. They could be. This stuff does not fly in the NFL. I think he gets smacked. He should be smacked in the mouth. It's all poker right now. The chips are in the pot. Who has the hand to win it for Stafford? I'm telling you, man, like Dan Campbell said, or this could be all speak too. This could be all poker speak too. There's 3 deals on the table. There's multiple deals on the table, he pretty much said. Multiple deals. There's a few deals out there. We're just sifting through them all and see what's best for us. I think the deals are there. I think the deals are there, and it's just a matter of who they want. And now they're making teams sweat. I think you're right, Dr. Detroit. The NFL isn't about giving probably power. Texas is always going to be the Doggos. It's a train wreck over there. Deshaun is great, but how many people in the business want to put their eggs in a fragile basket, bro? Exactly, man. I love Deshaun Watson, man. I don't want to sit here and bag on him, but he shouldn't be. I don't think he should be doing what he's doing. He's not doing it the right way. You don't sign a deal and then get mad because you didn't sign the guys you want or they didn't consult you. Like you're a player, man. You're a football player. You know what I mean? That's what bosses are for. Watson isn't a joke. He's no joke, bro. He's not a joke. He's just. I think he's personally going about it the wrong way. He's not going about it the smart way. I don't think. And I'm telling you right now, Houston doesn't have to trade him. They'll just keep finding him. Seriously, they don't have to trade him. They're not going to be any good next year. They might be losing J.J. Watt too now. I think he wants out, or his contract is up. He's not re-signing. So they're in no rush to get a quarterback like right now. They're just finding him until he comes back. Watch is not. He's not a joke. No, he's not. That's a lot of eggs to break if his basket drops. That's a ton. Joseph, you're going too far. A little bit. He's going a little bit too far, Joseph. He's not a joke. I just think he's going about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? I just think he's going about it the wrong way, man. Yeah, I love him as a player, man. It just sucks to see this because, like, he had to have had something in the back of his head, okay? Just hear me out. He had to have something in the back of his head that he didn't like it there, okay? But when they gave you that blank check and said, fill it in, bro, what do you want? Then he probably was like, oh, damn. Here, man. 170, 180, whatever the hell he signed for, right? Now it's like, oh, okay. Am I going to have a hand in the GM next and a hand in the head coach? Sure you are. You know what I mean? Like that's how that conversation probably was. We love you, Deshaun. Yes, man. You're going to be right in the room with us during the interview and everything. It's not the way it works. So it's kind of a two-way street, man. Now, I don't know how the conversation went, but that's my guess, is that they lied to him and told him that he could. But they should have came out straight up and said, no, you're not part of the GM search. Okay. You're really not. And I know a lot of people won't agree with me on this, man. Because I see a lot of football players on NFL Network and football coaches saying how Deshaun Watson got wrong. Well, you know what, man? They just gave you so much money. What's wrong about that? You just got paid, bro. You just got paid. Okay. Now it's our job to find you a coach and you a GM so we can build a winning team around you. You're our best player on the team, which he is. Now we're going to build for you. Okay. You don't worry about who the next head coach is. Like maybe we'll consult you on it, man. But it's not up to you, bro. It's not up to you. It's up to us. Like if I was a boss, that's what I'd be telling my player. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're Michael Jordan, man. I'm going to tell you, well, listen, this is how it's going to run. This is how it's going to run. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, man. I'm not going to do something to make you upset if I hire this guy, but you're going to have to roll with it, bro. You're going to have to roll with this. This is going to be the guy that we like, and we're trying to get you a great fit. But I don't know. I just think it's going about it all right. Why do I still feel crazy ass Washington? Really, I think they are, bro. I'm telling you, Dr. Detroit. I said it earlier. I think Indy, San Fran, and Washington are heavy in the mix. That's what Dave Burkett wrote. Well, I kind of don't like to go by local Detroit writers or nothing like that sometimes, because sometimes they get fed a line. But it just seems that window's closing a bit. Watson had one less interception than Stafford this year with a better roster. Why doesn't he get labeled a quarterback that can't win by himself? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair, man. Everybody loves Deshaun Watson. And bro, if you go look at those two teams, you go look at Houston and Detroit, it's eerily similar. Two teams that don't play defense, two teams that don't run the ball well at all. And their quarterbacks are the guys that are winning football games with a couple good wide receivers. Houston's got Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, two pretty good wide receivers. Not really crazy good tight ends. David Johnson, not really that good though, but has some talent. Detroit, Marvin Jones, Galladay when healthy. Cephas, Amendola. Good tight end in Hawkinson. We got some young running back in DeAndre Swift, talented. Didn't get used enough. Adrian Peterson, old vet. Didn't get used enough, but produced a bit. Two teams that are similar. Two teams that have their quarterbacks trying to win in football games. So it's like, and then Washington gets labeled a hero, and Stafford is a zero. I just think because Watson's younger, and Stafford's been here longer. That's what it probably is, but it's really not fair. That's what I'm trying to say, Dolo. I don't think Houston's trading me either. Houston's in no rush to trade him. Watson's a great player. The problem is he knows it. He does know it. He's trying to get himself. He's trying to get himself to a winner. He never should have signed. He never should have signed his extension. So I blame him for it too. Yeah. The way he goes about turns people off, 100%. Even if you think he is right. He's getting adored for it though on NFL Network, man. He's getting applauded like he's some kind of hero. I do think he should honor. Yeah, man, he just signed a huge deal, bro. He just signed. That's a big deal to sign. And you're gonna go back and be a baby? Come on, man. Like if I was the next team, I'd be like, are you gonna pull that junk with us, man? Like, what's gonna happen if you get into a fight with a coach? You're gonna go on Twitter telling everybody that it's time to go? Like, you know what I mean? Like. No, like you're either committed or you're not, man. That's why I don't think people have enough draft capital to get him, okay? Because he's going to take a boatload. He's going to take no less than two firsts, and future picks. That's where it starts. Like 2 firsts and probably a third just to start. for a Deshaun Watson. It's because of his age and his talent. You know what I mean? So I don't think people are going to have that capital. And then people aren't going to have his cap hit in 2 years is monstrous. It's monstrous. It's great in 2021. 2022, it's off the chain, man. It's like a lot of teams will be looking at that going, whoa, man. Like, you know what I mean? And it goes down. It does go down when you're traded. You can rework all that stuff out, but he's not going to be asking for that much less money, man. He's only 25. You know what I mean? It's not like he's 33 years old like Stafford, who will probably rework his deal, wherever team he goes to. So, yeah, you got to really consider, man, what he's going to do. Marcus comments that we should copy that public education system they have over there. It may help us over here. Hey, man, thanks a lot, Dr. Detroit, man. Thanks a lot, bro. I wasn't a very good school. I wasn't very good in school. I didn't apply myself in school, man. I didn't. I thought I was a pretty smart guy, man. I just didn't apply myself enough. But when it comes to sports, I take it a little more serious. I appreciate the compliment, my man. They will, but then if I was funny about players having too much say, for sure. Watson, he's going to Miami. They swap quarterback. Great deal for Miami. I don't think so, bro. I don't think it's a great deal for Miami. It's a great deal for Miami if you're looking at a talent perspective. It's a great deal. It's a phenomenal deal. Sunny Miami, man. Sunny Miami. You're getting Watson. You're getting the shining bud of the NFL. Okay, that contract's ridiculous in 2 years, though, bro. It's like I'm telling you, he's not going to be asking for much. Like you're going to get the work on that deal, but it's not going to be much less, dude. It's not going to be much less. You got to be real careful. And I don't think Houston wants Tua. Tua's dog crap, bro. He is. I'm too soft. That's what I mean of being a joke. He's not to be pro about his situation. This big deal. Yeah, I get it, Joseph. I get it, brother. I wasn't mean to come at you like that. I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? If I was Miami, I'll do the trade. Miami's giving up. Miami has a ton to give up, so they could do it, but that's a lot to give up. That's a lot. His talents are not a joke. His maturity is. Yes, 100%. 100%, Joseph. MLB and NFL are old school that way. NBA is more about entertainment. Yeah, and NBA is more about entertainment. These kids, all these kids care about, man, is their IG accounts and their Twitter feeds and their brands, man. That's all it really is nowadays, guys. That's all it really is. And every sport. Watson will get the same thing when they ship to a losing team. He won't go. He won't go to a losing team. I think he has a no trade clause, like for certain teams. He has a no trade clause, I think, for every team in the NFL. But I think he'll lift it if he likes it. I heard he only wants to go to Miami or the Jets. Send him to the Jets. Send him to the Jets then. I don't know. It'll be easy 3 first-round picks plus. It's such a sucker's bet. It is. What area of Canada do you live in? I live in Windsor, Ontario, bro. 15 minutes away from Detroit. 15 minutes. I'm the border town to Detroit. My house is literally 15 minutes from the border. Yeah, nice little 15-minute drive, man. Then I park my car, usually jump on a bus, go across, go to a Tiger game or a Lions game, jump back on the bus, and usually keep my car or my wife's car. We won't drink and drive. You know what I mean? We'll usually never drive across. Just because it's just a lot of traffic, man, and those games. But I'm 15 minutes away. I'm 15 minutes away from Detroit, man. He has not put a team on his back, has he? Watson is not what winning teams need. He's a hell of a piece, though, bro. He is a hell of a piece. If you put him on a team that's any quarterback like that with a good defense, and a good running game, just like I said about Stafford, man. If you can get you don't need your quarterbacks to always win you football games. It doesn't need to be like that, man. Like, look at Tampa Bay. Look at Tampa Bay right now, man. Their defense has poured it on like insanely the last month. You know what I mean? And their offense has played well, too. Their offense has been lights out. But their defense has saved them in a couple games, man, going down a stretch. And in the playoffs, Devin White that one game went off against the Saints. Pretty much, you know what I mean? It was a great game by that Tampa Bay defense. You don't always need your quarterback to be that winning guy that has to put on a cape in the fourth quarter or for 4 quarters and win your football games, man. You can do it without that, man. You know what I mean? Get a full team. That's what I've always been complaining about Stafford over all these years, my man. He's never had a team around him, man. Like one time in 12 years. It's not enough. It's not enough, man. Ontario, Windsor, Ontario. Right next to Detroit. I didn't go too far, Dolo. He's not handling his contract as a leader. He's talented. He's immature. I think that's what he probably meant, bro. That's what he probably. I don't think he was trying to get up in you, Joseph. I wouldn't call Tua a dog crap. I don't. Okay, maybe he's not dog crap, man. I just think he's soft. I think he's soft. There's from the few Miami games that I watched this year, dude. I saw a guy. I saw a guy that played scared. He looked scared. Okay, he looked scared. And yeah, I know, man. He almost lost that leg, broke it, almost never played again. All that stuff and whatever you want to say about his leg, man. Whatever. I don't think it was that bad. They almost lost it, but like you know what I mean. He just almost never played again and all that stuff. He looked scared, and people were just running their mouths saying, "Look at what Tua's doing on Miami." What? He was not winning one single football game over there by himself. He wasn't doing really anything. He was being real laid back, real like game manager. I remember a game Kurt Warner was doing a game going, man, this kid's got some talent. I'd like to really see him play though. He's playing like a rabbit. I remember he said that. He said that. And I was like, rabbit. He didn't say scared rabbit, but that's what he meant, man. I remember him saying that. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I go, I know what he's getting at, man. He's calling him like, he's saying, he goes, he's the ultimate game manager. He is game managing this. He goes, he had this guy open. He's like, and then he would try to follow it up because it's Kurt Warner, right? He's trying to follow it up with a positive going, well, you know, he's going to be a guy that's not going to throw a lot of picks in the NFL, which is what you really want to see. He goes, but you know what? He goes, he had this guy open here in the flats, or he had this guy open on an out route. Like you could tell he was getting annoyed watching him because it was just like he was playing scared. He was playing scared. I forget who they were playing. It might have been Arizona. I forget who they were playing. But he was just playing like a scared rabbit, man. He was just super conservative. Like nothing really downfield. Like it's just like for 4 quarters. And like I didn't watch every Miami game that he played in, but the couple games I played, he didn't impress me. He didn't impress me, man. He didn't impress me. And I never wanted him here. And I'm ecstatic that we never took him. Ecstatic. Now, he could prove me wrong, but till then, prove me wrong. That's all fine. You remember a guy named Kaepernick? I'm telling you, the NFL will put the screws in. Kaepernick. I'm not even getting into that. It's Blitz. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Nice to see you in my chat. I don't think I've ever seen you, bro. Welcome to the chat. We're almost going on 2 hours and 20 minutes, man. This is awesome. I think I had a record in here tonight, though, guys. I had over 20. I think 23. It's the most I've ever gotten. So I'll talk with 3 people in the chat. Doesn't matter to me. My point is, I'd rather have Slady's at the price than playing the other price. He goes down, your team is screwed. 100%. Did you ever go to Don Cherry's bar? I used to go there when I was 19 before I could drink in the States. Dude, yeah, I did. I went to Cherry's a lot. It was that was actually my first bar dance club I went to underage. I was like the first bar I went to when I was about 17, 18 years old. I think it was the first bar. But yeah, I went there, and then later on I worked downtown right where that place was, and yeah, I frequented there a couple times. I wasn't a big fan of that place, but I used to go there every now and then. That place was Fight Fest City. Tua's issue is he's left-hander and 6 feet tall. Other than that, he was pretty good. Yeah, I'm just not a fan, bro. Just not a fan, and I don't think he's going to be anything special. He needs to play with a little bit of fire this year coming out if he's the guy. They're already talking about replacing him, so that's what they wanted from him. Tua just did what they asked him to. There was an article on it. Yeah, you know what I mean. You got to be your own person though, too. At the same time, They had a good defense to back them up, so maybe you're right, but you can't always rely just on your defense. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you do have to be a good quarterback. Goes both ways, right? Mark, do they still sell a beer name? Do they still sell a beer name? Cincy? I think that's the spelling. They were they were small little bottle beer red label. Cincy. That doesn't sound familiar at all, bro. I like to drink different beers too, man. Lately I've been getting into different beers. I've never heard of a beer called Cincy. That's no, man. No. They want him to be a game manager. Yeah, that's good for them, man. I guess they had a good defense. They could do that, but like I said, you can't always always rely on that defense. Sometimes you do have to have a good offense, man. You know what I mean? The beer is definitely damn right. It's stronger over here, man. A beer put hair in your nose. Yes, 4.9, 5.5. What's that? Cincy? I never heard of it, man. Tastes better too. Tastes great. Better sugar too. Best Tim Hortons ever had was outside of Toronto. Oh yeah, brother. Timmy's is is a must over here. There's a Timmy's on every damn corner in Canada, bro. Every corner there's a Tim Hortons, man. It's insane. Thanks, Mark. Great show tonight. Thanks, Keith. Thanks for stopping in, bro. I'll be getting out of here soon. I've been doing this for 2 hours and 20 minutes. 21. Oh yeah, Timmy's the best. I have 3 within a mile of me. Nice, man. Danny's, you went to Danny's. Not me, bro. I didn't go to Danny's. Not me, man. No, 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 no. I used to work there. Where? Danny's? Oh wow, bro. Steve, was that where you know him from? Ah, that's enough. Made it right. Not me, man. You guys are crazy. Don was an all-time favorite in the day. Oh, I love Don. Never should have got fired. So what's going on, fellas? 2 hours, 22 minutes, 25 seconds. You guys got anything more? I got to be packing this up. I got to go see my family, man. They're upstairs. It's been great to come back. Like I said, guys, if you guys didn't hear, I haven't been around because I'm on a brand new computer. I'm on a brand new computer. I have to fix my computer up, and I can hear my voice when I talk. Like comes back to me right from the. So I got to somehow fix that. It's actually really annoying. It's actually really annoying. I'll fix it though. I will fix it, but we'll get to that another day. But like I said, I have a brand new computer. It's up. Trying to figure out some of my videos as well too. I haven't dropped one in over a week, but just because I've been on afternoons and it's harder for me to do afternoons. Everybody's downstairs working too. My wife's working at home from work, and my little girl is doing online work on one of her she's doing online stuff. So, and we haven't had a new computer. She's been working on like one of those Chromebooks. But this computer's up, and I'm up and running. I'll be on the podcast on the OPP coming up, guys. So the mic sounds good. Thanks, man. Everything it should be new sound. The mic is still the same, but the sound's new. Sound should be a little bit crisper. Um, but now I can literally, bro, doctor, I can literally hear my voice when I talk. Whatever I say comes right back flying at me, man. It's driving me nuts. I'm getting used to it right now, though. I've done it for 2 hours, but it's very discombobulated. It's making my like weird. Bounces right back off me. It's from inside my computer, so I got to figure it out. But it was a great show, guys. If you guys got anything else to say it now, or I'm going to be peacing out, man. Turn the sound off the computer. You think that's what it is? Like the Hello? Hello? Wow, that was weird. That was weird, bro. It just like dropped, man. Like, oh, oh. You hear me again? That's strange, dude. That's strange. Mike, like I'm getting like I was telling the guys earlier, I'm getting crazy. I was getting crazy feedback, man. Like I talk, and then it just like 2 seconds later, it echoes right back out at me. Think that's what it is? The headphones? Plug them in, obviously, right? Let's see if this works. Boom, boom. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. But I never used to have to do this before. You hear me? Oh, it's still doing it. No, it's not stopping. It's the same thing, man. I could just hear it now in my ears. It's still doing it. Like I talk right now, and then I'm literally hearing myself speak. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. So it's really annoying. Okay, wait a second here. Let me try this. You hear? Okay, I'm trying something on. You hear me? You hear me now? No, it's not the. It's not that. I don't know, man. Maybe further because of the green screen bouncing back. The green screen bouncing back into the mic. No, it's coming. It's literally coming from my computer. I can't move anything further away. This is I'm literally like, what is your headphones connection to? I don't know, man. The back of my computer, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't really know. I really don't, man. To tell you the truth, I don't. But I'm gonna have to figure this out, man. So my computers, my headphones are connected to. It says Max Audio Pro. Which device did you plug in? Microphone, headphones. I don't know, man. We'll talk. Okay, I gotta go because I've been doing this. I'm like doing this live. This is ridiculous. Okay, I gotta roll. Okay, bro.